بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
In the name of Allah, who is the most beneficent and the most merciful. Good morning, students. Hope you all are good. I'm your teacher of history. My name is Kashyap. Today I will teach you about the subject history. History is a subject in which we study about the past events, particularly in human affairs. So in our today's session, we will discuss about our chapter number 5, the coming of Mughal Empire. When we talk about Mughal Empire, the question comes in our mind that when did it establish? When did the Mughal Empire started? When did Mughal Empire establish? So basically, it's Mughal Empire established in 1526 and ruled over 1857. But between these years, there were 15 years, 1540 to 1555. These were the 15 years when Mughal didn't exist, they didn't rule. Basically, Mughal Empire was established due to the war that has been defeated, that has been fought between Ibrahim Lodi and Mughal Empire, first Mughal Empire Babur. So Ibrahim Lodi defeated by Babur in 1526 during the first battle of Panipat. So when we talk about Mughal Empire, the three words, we can say that we can divide the Mughal Empire into three parts. You can say Mughal ruler ones, Mughal ruler two, and the third one part is its literature and architecture. When we look about Mughal rulers one, there were some rulers named as Babur. Then his son ruled over India, Humayun, and after Babur and Humayun, there was Afghan ruler ruled over. Name was Sher Shah Suri. Ruled over from 1540 to 1545. After the Afghan ruler, there was the successor of Sher Shah Suri. Successors of Sher Shah Suri ruled from 1546 to 1555. As I have previously told you that there were the 15 years during from 1526 to 1857. There were the 15 years when Mughal rulers didn't exist, they didn't rule over the world. Coming towards our next point, when we talk about Mughal rulers too, there were few names. Akbar. After Akbar, there was Jahangir, Shah Jahan, and then Aurangzeb, and after that few Mughal rulers, later Mughal, who worked at very peak. In our next session, we will talk about the literature and architecture. So let's recall our previous lecture. As I have told you that Mughal Empire was started by the 1526 during the first battle of Panipat, in which Babur defeated Ibrahim Lodi and conquered India. Who was Ibrahim Lodi? Ibrahim Lodi was the Sultan of Delhi. Okay, coming towards our next. Excuse me. Stop. In our Mughal ruler, Babur. Babur was a Turkish name meaning as tiger. Babur was the first Mughal ruler. Babur was the first Mughal emperor or Mughal ruler. He was the founder of Mughal Empire, as well as he was the king of Kabul. Now, I am going to tell you about the full name of Babur. The full name of Babur was Zahiruddin Muhammad. He was born on 14 February 1483. Coming towards next, his father's name was Umar Sheikh Mirza. Umar Sheikh Mirza. Who died in 1494. His mother name was Katlub Negar Khan. Babur was, as I have previously discussed, that Babur's name shows as a Turkish word which means tiger. He was the first Mughal emperor, he was the founder of Mughal Empire, he was the king of Kabul. His full name was Zahiruddin Muhammad, and he was born on 14 Feb 1483. His father name was Umar Sheikh Mirza, who died in 1494, while his mother name was Katlub Negar Khan. As I have told you that he was the first Mughal emperor, he was the founder, so you can say that he was very busy because he was the very first one Mughal emperor, so he faced a lot of problems in start, so that's why he is very busy to make his empire's base strong, so that's why he is not having a lot of there was no literature and there is no art in his era because he was very busy in making his base very strong. Coming towards next, Babur was the descendant to Timur from his father's side, while he was the descendant to Genghis Khan from other side. Means that he was known as Timur from his father's side, while he was known as Genghis Khan from his mother's side. Coming towards the personality of Babur. Babur was a great man. He was a great man. He was kind-hearted. When we talk about kind-hearted person, he also have done a lot of work for the welfare of his mankind. So he had solid achievements. Solid achievements. He is also a scholar. He is a scholar in Persian and Arabic language. His mother tongue was Turkish. At the age of 11, when his father was died in the year 1494, Babur succeeded his father. And he succeeded his ancestral land Which kingdom? Fargana kingdom. So he lost his Fargana kingdom because of his ambitious relatives, because they all were getting jealous because Babur was at the age of 11 when he succeeded his ancestral land, but due to his ambitious relatives he lost his kingdom. And then he never regained his land, ancestral land, Fargana. Then he returned to Kabul. He turned to Kabul and conquered the land of Kabul in 1504. Coming towards next. At that time period, Babur was also known as contemporary of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Contemporary stands for the age fellow. He was the age fellow of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Basically, Babur dreamt, he wanted to conquer the land of Hindustan. So he defeated Ibrahim Lodi in 1526 during the Battle of Panipat. And then he used, during this Battle of Panipat, he used a gunpowder. He used gunpowder during the war and won the battle. What is it meant by gunpowder? Gunpowder is a use of cannon. Is a use of weapon. He used a lot of weapons, he used a lot of cannons during his war and won the war. During all these, Babur launched 4 expeditions from 1519 to 1526. He launched 4 expeditions. Let's recall our topic. Who was Babur? Babur was the first Mughal emperor. He was the founder of Mughal Empire. He was the king of Kabul. His full name was Zahiruddin Babur, Muhammad Babur. He was born on 14 February 1483. His father name was Sheikh Mirza. Umar Sheikh Mirza, who died in 1494. His mother's name was Qatlub Nigar Khan. He was the descendant of Temur from father's side, while he was the descendant of Genghis Khan from mother's side. He was a great man with a lot of achievements. He was very kind-hearted. He has done a lot of welfare. He has a lot of work. He had do a lot of work for the welfare of mankind. He had solid achievements, as well as he is a scholar in Persian and Arabic language. His mother language was Turkish. Coming towards next, autobiography. When we talk about autobiography, the question arises in my mind that what is meant by autobiography? What does it mean by autobiography? Autobiography is an expression of a person's life that has been written by itself, himself, herself, autobiography. So I hope you are clear about autobiography. That autobiography is basically it's an expression of a person's life that has been written by himself or herself. So Babur writes autobiography in which language? Turkish language, because Turkish language was its mother tongue. He wrote his autobiography in Turkish language and named as Tuzuke Baburi. Tuzuke Baburi. Tuzuke Baburi was also known as Baburnama. in year 1589, and the time of which time? In the time of Akbar. Who was Akbar? Akbar was the grandson of Babur. Persian language. Tazuk-e-Babri was translated in Persian language by Abdur Rahim. Then later it was Tazuk-e-Babri was translated in English language also. By John Lennon. Okay, coming towards the next. Babur was invited. Again, let's recall our previous points that his autobiography was written in. He wrote his autobiography in Turkish language. Now question arises, what is autobiography? Autobiography is the expression of a person's life that has been written by himself or herself. He was written in Turkish, named as Tazuk-e-Babri, and also known as Baburnama. But it was later translated in Persian language in the year 1589 at the time of Akbar by Abdur Rahim, and then he was translated. Which is translated? Whom I talked about, Tazuk-e-Babri was translated in English language by John Lennon. At the time when Babur wanted to invade India, there were the three rulers invited Babur, named as Alam Lodi, Daulat Khan Lodi, and the third one was Rana Sanga. As we have previously discussed in our previous chapter about Lodi's dynasty, so you have, I think, clear about Alam Lodi. Let's recall it. Alam Lodi was the uncle of Ibrahim Lodi. Uncle of Ibrahim Lodi. Daulat Khan was governor of Lahore, and also he was the uncle of Ibrahim Lodi. Rana Sanga. Rana Sanga's name was Rana Sangram. He was the king of Mewar. He was very strong king of Mewar. Okay, coming towards next. In the year 1525, Babur tried to invade India because he has a dream to invade India, because he wants to capture India, because he wants to capture India, he wants to expand his expansion, he wants to expand his territory. So he tried to capture India in year 1525. When he wanted to capture India, at that time there were the 5 Muslim rulers, prominent 5 Muslim rulers. 5 prominent Muslim rulers named as Sultan of Delhi, Gujarat, Malwa. 4th one is Bengal, and 5th one is Deccan. As we have previously studied about the Sultan of Delhi. Who was the Sultan of Delhi? Ibrahim Lodi. As well as these 4 were also known as prominent Muslim rulers that ruled over the different territories. And also there were 2 Indian rulers. The one India. So I hope you have understand about the previous chapters. Let's recall. I have told you that Babur was the contemporary of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Contemporary means he was the age fellow of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. And then we have discussed about that he wanted to conquer the land of Hindustan. So he defeated Ibrahim Lodi during the war of first battle of Panipat. He uses gunpowder. Gunpowder means he uses a lot of weapons to win the war. During all these years, from 1519 to 1526, he launched 4 expeditions to invade India. Let's start a new topic. Battle of Panipat. First Battle of Panipat, then Battle of Khanwa, and then Battle of Gogra. Let's move on to the first Battle of Panipat. First Battle of Panipat fought between 2 persons, as we know, Babur and Ibrahim Lodi. In which year? In the year of 1526. So in this war, in this battle, who was killed? Ibrahim Lodi was killed. Ibrahim Lodi killed. As he was killed, so Babur sent his son at the very first. Remember this. Who was Ibrahim Lodi? He was the Sultan of Delhi. He was the Sultan of Delhi. During the war, Ibrahim Lodi was killed due to cattle. Cutlery means, what does it mean by, artillery. It's not cutlery word, artillery. Artillery is a use of larger guns. It means that large guns that was used during the war or during the battle for winning. So in first battle of Panipat, we have talked about first battle of Panipat that was fought between 2 leaders, 2 persons. That was, the one was Babur and the second one was Ibrahim Lodi in the year 1526. Ibrahim Lodi was killed during the battle. Who was Ibrahim Lodi? Ibrahim Lodi was the Sultan of Delhi. Babur used artillery, means he used large guns used in during his warfare. Where he used warfare. When Ibrahim Lodi was killed, Babur sent his son Humayun towards Agra. Why? To seize the land. Seize the land. What does it mean by seize the land? Seize means to hold forcefully. Clear? In our next topic, we will inshallah discuss about the second battle of
Overview दे दे. Stop it. Stop कर दो.
When Babur sent his son Humayun to Agra to seize the land, he proclaimed that means he announced that he has become the emperor of Hindustan. Okay, second battle, Battle of Khanwa. Battle of Khanwa fought between 2 persons, again Rana Sanga and with Babur. In which year? In 1527. During this war, Rana Sanga, the king of Mewar, escaped from the battle. When he escaped from the battle, in the year 1528, his nobles poisoned him, and he died. Who died? Rana Sanga was died. So it means that the Battle of Hanwa won by Babur. Third one battle. Battle of Gogra. Battle of Gogra fought between Babur and Afghan ruler. Under the leadership of Sultan Nusrat Shah. Under the leadership of Sultan Nusrat Shah. Now a question arises, who was Sultan Nusrat Shah? He was the son-in-law of Ibrahim Lodi. Again, Afghan ruler was defeated Afghan ruler. Who? Babur defeated Afghan ruler during the Battle of Gogra. Battle of Gogra in Bihar. In which city? In Bihar. After all these battles, Babur became ill and Babur died at the age of 48 in the year 1530 AD. But his tomb is in Kabul. Kabul, Afghanistan. Babur. In Babur. I hope you all have understand the topic. Let's recall over the battles. Battle of Panipat, Battle of Kanwa, Battle of Gogra. In first battle, that was Battle of Panipat, that was fought between Babur and Ibrahim Lodi in the year 1526. Ibrahim Lodi was killed and Babur defeated Ibrahim Lodi, who was the Sultan of Delhi. Babur uses artillery basically the use of large guns during the warfare. So we can say that after Ibrahim Lodi was killed, Humayun, the son of Babur, was sent to Agra to seize the word. Seize the word means to hold forcefully, and then he proclaimed that emperor, he became the emperor of Hindustan. Second battle was Battle of Kanwa, who fought between Rana Sanga and Babur in the year 1527. During the battle, Rana Sanga was escaped. In the year 1528, his own nobles, which nobles, whose nobles? Nobles of Rana Sanga poisoned him, and then Rana Sanga was died. And the last battle was Battle of Gogra, that was fought between Babur and Afghan ruler under the leadership of Sultan Nusrat Shah. He was the son-in-law of Ibrahim Lodi. Babur defeated Afghan ruler during the Battle of Gogra in Bihar. So Babur died because at last Babur became ill, and then he died at the age of 48 in 1538, and he then buried in his tomb was in Kabul, Afghanistan, in Babur. At the end, your task is to do an online search and do the achievements, write the achievements of Babur, and also write any autobiography of your own choice. Thank you, students.